All right, all right. Hey, section number 2. I love this right here. Loving the new format. I hope you are as well. We're talking health set. And health set, anything when it comes to fitness, performance, nutrition, could be a myriad of things. But here's what's on my mind today as I drop the Impact Show podcast is first off, how the heck you doing with those New Year's resolutions y'all set? Woo! Anyone still remember what those resolutions were? Good, I thought so. Hopefully, yes, because you wrote them down and you're making them all happen. When you think about your big health and fitness goals that you set in 2025, we want to make sure that this is not a 2 or 3 week resolution, but this is an ongoing habit that becomes part of your life. So, regardless of what your resolutions are, what's on my mind today is here are some must do's when it comes to your health set. Your health set. Number one is discipline. The discipline to do what you need to do, not what you feel like doing. What do you need to do? Let's make our decisions based on what we need to do, not what we feel like doing. Too many people these days do what you feel like doing, and then 6 months later, you're like, man, I'm not where I want to be. Let's get done what needs to get done, not that what you want to get done. Do what needs to get done. Whatever that is, that's called discipline. The second aspect of health set is do it early and do it often. Do it early and do it often. Get your mind right. It's the only way to get it in is early and often. What I've been doing personally is getting up these last few months in Q4 of 24 and here in early 25 is getting up earlier than normal. I usually don't like seeing 4s on the alarm clock, but I've been just getting up in the 4s and getting it in early the last few months. And I like to write first thing as well in the morning, journaling, gratitude. I've been writing my Coaching Greatness book, and then I've been working out. So I get forward at about 7 a.m. of writing, and then I work out, a little walk and workout, and then I start my work day. So there's not a right or wrong answer, but when I say start early and do it often is the early bird gets the worm. I love before everyone else gets up of getting that quiet time, 1, 2, even 3 hours of quiet time to get your time in before it's everyone else's time, and you lose a sense of that being. Number 3, I put down here, I only lasted a few minutes. What the heck does that mean? What that means is that time matters, but so does intensity of your workouts. Listen, we're programmed to think that we have to do things for an hour. Just remember, you don't need to work out for an hour every time. You don't need to work out for every time. You can do it for 15 minutes and just get it right and get in that, I call it the mind right zone. 15 minutes or so will get you in that mind right zone. 15 to 30 minutes, great way to start your day. If you're getting in 15 to 30 minutes a day of walk, jog, run, lifting weights, that's going to really get that mindset locked in, and it's going to help you health-wise as well. 30 to 45 minutes is the get it tight zone. Get it right and get it tight. You ever hear me say that? Get it right, get it tight, and get your mind right is get it tight. 30 to 45 minutes of daily activity. What are we doing on a regular basis? And I put that 45 to 60 minutes, those longer days, maybe that's twice a week, is the all-star zone. Is you're doing a great workout multiple times a week. And these are fantastic. And I like to get in 2+ of those workouts a week in that zone, that all-star zone. What does that mean? Every day, I've been priding myself on doing something every day. It might only be 15 minutes. It might be 30 minutes, or it might be 45 minutes. Every now and then, slip into that MVP zone. Anyone else want to be that MVP? Yeah, that MVP zone is like 60+ minutes of any type of workout that's going to put you under the duress of some physical strain and getting after it for a little bit longer than normal. And 1 or 2 of these a week is plenty. So if you get in, let's say, 1 MVP workout, you get in 1 or 2 all-star workouts, and then you get some get it right, get it tight workouts in. Next thing you know, you're working out 5-6 days a week. Maybe even you're moving a 7th day, doing some flexibility, mobility, some yoga type work. I think is really, really important. Help you get to where you want to go. When it comes to writing, like health set, I shared early in the morning, I've been writing in my Coaching Greatness book. I share one of the lessons I share, and I'll share it with you early on. A little preview here is from, I look back and I'm writing on monitoring volume, frequency, intensity in a program. And sometimes I think back to, the days I share this in the book, training some of the NFL elites, the LaDainian Tomlinsons and Drew Breeses and the Sproleses and some of the guys that are playing now. But sometimes I actually think, man, did I was on the border sometimes of overtraining them. Now, I was a little before my time in the sense of I was always a big believer in body work and recovery, and maybe that prevented some of that because the guys got great results. But have you ever thought about that fine line that exists between overtraining and undertraining? I mean, great coaches that design programs, you do it just enough so that you can challenge the body, but the body can recover in the optimal times. So I value my 15-minute walk and body weight calisthenics workouts as much sometimes as my 40 minutes, 45 minutes of strength, and then finish with alarm farm is always good for the body as well. So that's number 3 of health set. Again, I have a couple more down here, 2 more on health set takes. It's early 25. I have the question down here for y'all is BFR, blood flow restriction. Has anyone used it yet? Several of you probably have heard me talk about it. I do believe we're on the brink of a breakthrough. I started using my BFRs during my horrible back episode in 2021. And when I say it saved my life, I say that because I wasn't able to work out for months because of my back was in such bad shape. And when I was able to start using the BFRs, because I could only use body weight when I started doing stuff, it gave me that pump that I was yearning for. And it gave me the hormonal shift and change that I needed to get my mind right. And I very much turn to, man, I just want to work out to get my mind right. I don't even care what I look like. I just want to get my mind right, literally. To the point even today, several years later, and thank God, knock on wood, I haven't had that surgery that someday I'll need, but not anytime soon, hopefully. Now I use them 2-3 days a week, 10, 15, or 20 minutes. You can't really go much longer than that with them on anyway. And all I could tell you is try them. Regardless of your age, try some BFRs. I use the B3 Science BFR bands, blood flow restriction bands. Full transparency, I am now involved and sponsored by B3 Sciences, but there's a reason for that. It's because I believe in them. I believe in BFR. I've always been a believer in it, but I had never used them until a few years ago. And try them. And if you don't like them, then send them back. But if there's ever a time to double down on your own health, it's now, 2025. We don't want to wait. We want to be able to do everything we possibly can to amplify our own physical conditioning and health. And I want to entrust that I'm in the trenches with you doing those things. And Dr. Mike DeBoard, who is the founder of B3 Science, is a friend of mine. He's also the foremost expert in the field of blood flow restriction. Go to their site and see some of the things he's putting out on a research basis now and what BFR can do and help you. Because when you look at even 10, 15, 20 minutes of training and how you can change your hormonal response to exercise much faster and more rapid without having as much joint damage, you'll see that BFR is a great way to train. You could also, if you're like, man, how do I find that? I have it on my Instagram. On Instagram, for those of you probably know what the link tree is. There's a link there. You can go check that out, or just go to b3sciences.com. And I just believe in it. And it's because it helped me tremendously when I was in pain. And now, when you don't have all the time of the day to work out, even if you got 15, 30 minutes, you can use the BFRs as part of your workout. So might be something that you want to try here early 2025. And again, if it's not for you, then send them back. But I do believe that the only way to experience it is to experience it and see what you think. The other one too, and I am not sponsored. I have nothing associated with this. Is I just ordered the Aura Ring. Who uses an Aura Ring? And essentially, is I've been trying the last couple of months to really improve my sleep. And as you know, I've shared my story in True Strength back in 2021 when I shared what I went through in 2021 with my sleep and everything that I was battling with that. But essentially, the Aura Ring is a tracker. And with that tracker, you can see where you're sleeping, how you're sleeping. And I just know this from not having slept much in 2021 and 2, meaning I got diagnosed with sleep apnea, which again, I keep saying is going to be a separate episode of sleep apnea. Long story long, I'm really tracking my sleep now and committed to doing everything I can to get the required sleep my body needs for the demands I put it under. And the Aura Ring is one of the many trackers on the market. Again, I have no affiliation with them. Many of you probably wear an Aura Ring now or another tracker for your sleep. But I'm excited to start tracking my sleep even more than my machine I'll use for my CPAP for the sleep apnea. So there you have it when it comes to health set as well, right? That's something. And then lastly, and this is more of the personal side of sleep is I'm going to challenge y'all in 2025 when I talk about coaching is on any of these health set aspects, what are you going to do to make sure that you can operate as your best self? So if it's fitness, if it's nutrition, if it's sleep, make the commitment today as you listen in to the Impact Show to do what you got to do to make sure that your whole entire health set can be elevated at a whole different level. So that being said, there you have it. This is all health set, and get your health amped up because he or she who has their health has 1,000 dreams. He or she who does not has one. Get your health right.